Welcome back to another episode of the Burn Factory podcast. Please do not get mad at me, but I was looking at your Instagram and I noticed that you guys go all out for Halloween. Is Halloween your guys' favorite like holiday or something? Because I saw those costumes, man.
Oh man,
they're pretty impressive.
As a little boy, I always dreamed of the day when I have kids myself. I'll give them the times that I didn't have, So I sit back, bro, and it's not that I'm into this or that, but when my little boys, you see a little 4-year-old and a little 6-year-old, like really, Dad, Halloween coming, Dad. I'm kind of like, these dudes are calling me Dad. That's so crazy. I'm like, Dad, like, So I kind of step it up, like let's like I was a vampire and then I was Captain America. You wouldn't find me in any of those. I mean maybe a vampire, but. It's just a great time, and thankfully I had help by my girlfriend Haley, so that was great. I mean, shoot, you could dress me up. Help me dress them up and paint their little faces. It's just great,
Exactly. It's a time for family to come together and
absolutely,
be what they
bro.
want to be growing up. And
absolutely.
Little kids always want to be inspired by people and become a boxer or NFL
not only
player.
That, their daddy, right? Like they literally, Dad, I want to be a boxer. I go, how about we make you something cooler than a boxer though? Like
exactly.
And then at first he's like, well, Dad, I think Hawk from Cobra Kai, like I told you.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that's cool. Yeah.
It's different.
So yeah. You wanted to be Hawk? I'm like, absolutely. And then Malachi just kind of goes off of his butt. I want to be Ninja, Dad. I'm like, all right, big boy, just don't hurt me, man. So it ended up being Ninja, Cobra Kai, and then Captain America and Spider-Man. So, it worked,
I'll tell you what, I can't believe how much joy kids bring to their
it's
life.
interesting. I never in a million years thought that I would actually be a father, man. That was my biggest fear. I was left as a little boy by both parents, and I swore I would never be a parent. And next thing you know, the biggest surprise blessing of my life came. There's Victor Royal Ortiz, but I call him Royal. I named him after the Kansas City Royals, though.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, it's just
cool
like
name.
I fell in love with this little dude when I seen his eyes. I was like, oh, whoa, that's mine.
Yeah, and then now you have really something to like push yourself for, to take care of them now and to be the best version of yourself for them.
Absolutely, man. And here's the craziest part about it. This is the power that works within it, right? So my last fight, a year and a half ago, I fought in Phoenix. Amazing fighter. I fought Todd Manuel. And man, we went to war. The guy's 6'2", big, strong, young. And man, I just remember we went to war. My eye was closed and the other one was ripped open. But hey, man, we kept going. The 10th and final round, man, mind you, my trunks say Royal and Malachi. And then Psalm 144, which is,
I love it.
God's Psalm. It's He protects and gets your hands ready for war, your fingers for battle, stuff like that. It was amazing, right? So I'm in there. I'm like, all right, I'm talking to the fighter. I go, come on, Todd, bring it, baby. The last and final round, baby. Come on. So we shake hands, boom, give a hug. Here we go. He drops me. Boom. Oh, I look down. I'm like, wait a minute. I just got rocked. I'm on the canvas. And 2, 3, and it says Royal and Malachi. I was like, I got you, baby. That was a good one, baby. I got up. Let's do it. Let's finish the fight. Come on, let's dance, baby. Oh man, we went to war for like the last 2 minutes and a half. We get done. We're like, man. He's like, hey man, Vic, man, shoot, you still got it, bro. You still got it. I was like, bro, you're mean. You hit me.
You're mean, man. You ain't supposed to hit me.
Yeah, he goes, what's wrong with you, man? I was like, a lot. I get punched. I get punched.
It's funny, like the simple things can make the biggest impacts on your life. Literally just you looking at that name was the reason you got back up into that fight. I snapped
out of it like nothing happened and went straight to war. And then we finished and hugged him and, give him a kiss. Hey, dude, congrats, brother. We went to war and thank you, Yeah. And we still keep in contact. What's up, Todd? How you doing, man?
Cool.
I'm good, bro. How you doing? It's pretty cool.
I like that whenever fighters do fight, and at the end of the day, they have that mutual respect, and then
and that's the thing that I've always tried to look forward to ever since I was a kid. It's one of those situations where you get put in a situation. Yes, it's a sport, but some people take it to the very personal and ugly, man, and that's ugly. So I try to keep it as mutual as I can. And I'll tell people sometimes, hey, bro, cameras are everywhere. They're rolling. So whatever's said out of my mouth to you, I don't mean it. And I'm sorry, man. It's just sell the fight.
Yeah.
Whatever you say to me, I'm not taking it in offense.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those situations, you know, people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So Victor, you're actually kind of leading us into B, beginning. So on the show, we do use the acronym BURN. So each letter is kind of a different time in your life. So let's go to B. B stands for beginning. So take us back to your childhood and growing up. Were there some burn moments that you faced that you had to overcome?
Absolutely, man. I was a 7-year-old, you know, in Kansas, born and raised in Kansas. And being born and raised out there, you grow up with a different culture, you know. It's a different situation, really. But thankfully, well, I was 7 years old. I went to school, came home from school to an empty household. My mom just vanished, disappeared. My dad did the same thing, but his way of leaving was a little different. It was he'd go, he'd come, he drove semis and stuff, and he always said that he was out working and stuff. So he'd be gone for a month, 2 months, come back, another 3 months, whatever, come back. And it got to a point to where I just, no mom, the clothing that we had on our backs was not something impressive. I actually learned how to cut hair at the time because I still know how to cut hair because I couldn't afford to go get a haircut. And then next thing you know, just to get food on the table would be some of my best friends. I still keep in contact with them, man. I had Brandon Carmichael from Kansas. I had Kyle Brown from Kansas, Diego Lazarine from Kansas, Elias Vargas from Kansas. And these guys just kind of kept me on my feet between their moms and their dads that always take care of me. And it was just great. But the boxing gym that my dad took me to in the beginning of time before he left me, which I wanted nothing to do with, the gentleman from there actually took me on. He was like my dad, my grandpa, my mentor. He was my everything, man. And I actually buried him when I turned 18. But he's the one that told me, Junior, you have to promise me something. Called me Junior. Mm-hmm. Anything, Bucky. He says, you know, I'm not going to be here always, but I'm here long enough to let you know that you need to leave Garden City, Kansas and never come back. I felt like that line from The Lion King where he goes, leave and never come back, you know? Yeah. I was like, oh, what are you saying, buddy? Why are you trying to make me leave? You know, he's like,
kicking me out?
Yeah, pretty much. He goes, just leave, Junior. There's nothing here in Kansas for you. Just leave. Don't ever come back. And he goes, God has you. And I'm just kind of like, what is this even supposed to mean, man? So next thing you know, foster homes with Sharon and John Ford. They're my parents. I love them dearly still, you know. And next thing you know, I ended up traveling to my sister. When I turned 13, she was already 16. She was emancipated. So she was running her own life. She had her first kid already. And she filed for custody of me. So got me out of my mom and dad's custody, took me to Denver, Colorado. And that's where like my actual beginning took place at 13. Right after Bucky told me to leave and never come back, you know? So now I'm in Denver, 1 week in Denver. I'm already the state champion, next thing you know, the regional champion. And then I was a gold medalist in the Junior Olympics right off the bat, Team USA, boom, boom, boom. And then my life just moved so fast from there. 16, I'm on Team USA representing USA, beating every bad man in the world, in the state or in the country, and then in the world. And man, everything just happened so fast. 16, you know. I remember coming back from Marquette, Michigan. And I came back and I went straight to the courthouse. I was now 16 and a half. And I found out about emancipation. You know, you can make your own decisions pretty much. And so I had all kinds of paperwork. I took it to my sister and I go, hey sis, what's up? She goes, hey Junior. And I had just gotten paid for my 2 jobs. I worked construction and I worked for a Mover's Choice, a company moving people house to house or whatever. And I was still in high school. I was, it was rough. So then my 2 paychecks came. It was about $800 between the 2. And I go, here, sis, here's your $800, but you need to sign this for me. She was like, what is this? I was like, it's just, I'm leaving. What do you mean you're leaving? I was like, I'm going to California. She's like, no, you're not. I was like, oh, yes, I am. I said, you have a kid, you have a husband. I said, I don't have anything. I said, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? I'm going to get to Cali. Then I'm going to need a ride back to Colorado. I'll hitchhike. I'll do something. don't worry about me, but I'll be back in a few years, a couple. She was crying, you know, what are you talking about? I was like, I have to do this, please. Don't stomp on my toes. I'll be fine. I said, my name is Victor. She's like, no, like she was upset. She signed the paperwork, and I just remember I'm like, dang, I should have kept like $20. Like,
I need
I'm gonna get hungry at the airport, you know. But then I was like, it's okay. So then my boy, one of my boys at the time, one of my coworkers, and a professional boxer nowadays too, his name's Rick Lopez. He gave me a letter at the time. He goes, why are you leaving, Vic? I go, I'm just chasing a dream, bro. I have to do what's best for me, man. And I believe this is where God's leading me, man. And I'm fine, bro. Trust me, I'll be good, bro. Don't worry about me. He gave me a letter, right? He goes, don't open this until you're in the airplane. And I forgot I had that letter, right, in my pocket. So then I'm in the airplane, and my first time ever being in an airplane, I'm like, dude, what are you doing, bro? You're crazy, man. Why are you don't even know these people that just asked you for custody. Like, dude, what are you doing? But it was already too late. I'm on an airplane.
Going to California.
I'm looking out the window like, dude, you are messing up, bro. So next thing you know, ding, ding, we have 15 minutes to our final destination. But I'm just like, I'm looking out the window and I'm like, whoa, I've seen that on Baywatch. You know? I've seen that on Night at the Roxbury. You know? I was all like, that's so cool. So then I'm landing. Dude, I landed and I'm like, dude, you're dumb. What are you doing here, you know? And then next thing you know, I get picked up by the people that I ended up being taken into custody by. And then I ended up in Ventura County, Oxnard, California. And then just on a dream, man, I just remember getting here and I'm like, whoa, man. It was just culture shock, you know? Mm-hmm. Being born and raised in Kansas my whole life. And then, man, I started there. And, man, as life just took off. And it hasn't slowed down since, you know?
I tell you what, moving to California might have been the biggest burn moment possible for your life.
I believe it was, bro. I got here as a junior, freshman, a sophomore in high school. I was ahead of credit so much from Kansas. I was a straight A student. Okay. So by the time I got here, I was about 26 credits ahead. So if I would have graduated, I would have graduated like half of a semester before 11th grade. And then I was like, you know what? I can just take all the classes at one time and I'll just finish. But I had to sign contracts. I couldn't fail any classes. I couldn't skip senior ditch day and stuff like that. So I ended up graduating as an 11th grader. They gave me the Outstanding Scholar Award for students in sports and academics. Wow. I was kind of a brain, man. Yeah. I mean, although I get punched a lot, you know.
Could you choose to stay longer if you wanted to, or did you already have to graduate?
No, I didn't want to. I just didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody. I didn't care about anything. All I could picture in my head was diploma here, boom, like a champion, right? And on the other hand, my belt.
Yeah. Hey.
That's all I wanted. I didn't care about pleasing this person, pleasing that person. Oh, we're friends. I don't know you. I remember people were like, "Oh, we went to kindergarten together." I'm like, "No way, you're from Kansas?" They're like, "What?" Like, "Yeah, you're from Kansas. If we went to kindergarten together."
Yeah.
They're like, "No, we went to school down." I'm like,
gotcha.
Nice try. Nice try.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It was just interesting, but just the way it all worked, and it worked out because I was always in my own little bubble, in my own cocoon, and I just didn't go out. I didn't know anybody. I had straight A's in school. I always aced my stuff. And it was interesting because we'll fast forward a little bit. So by the time now, I was fine disputing for the world championship and stuff. I was in college. I was in Ventura College. And I remember one of the teachers, the midterms were coming up. It was on a Wednesday. But I asked the professor, do you mind if I can take the midterms before Wednesday, maybe Monday or Tuesday? I said, I'll ace them. I know I will. I said, I have a lot going on this week. I was fine for the World Championship Saturday on HBO, you know? So they go, what's so important that you have to try to hurry this whole situation up? I was like, well, I'm kind of chasing a dream, you know? It's a dream of mine that I've been having since I was a kid, and this is a very important time for me. So I'm disputing for a world championship title for the WBC crown at 147 pounds this weekend on HBO, Boxing After Dark. And the dean says to me, and the professor, do you know what the statistics of doing something that significant is? And I said, with all due respect, I don't mean to be rude or cocky. I just, I make my own statistics. And when I said that, he looked at me like, you know, it's simple. I'm not going to tolerate this. I will not put up with this. You cannot make up these right now. And if you miss them, I'm going to fail you. I go, are you joking? So then he says, I'm sorry. It's just, you know, class rules and college. And I go, this is a dream I'm chasing though, man. He says, well, you have to prioritize on what's important. And I said, you're right. He said, if I was you, I'd go to the dean's office, drop the class so you don't fail it. And I said, yes, sir. I got up. I went to the dean's office. Boom, I dropped the class. I go to the other one, same thing. Drop the class. Boom, I go to the other one, drop the class. Saturday kicks around. I'm in Connecticut, backyard of the homie. I'm like, man, I'm in some cold waters right now. And they're, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC welterweight champion of the world. And I mean, they're like, all right, here we go. My jobs, construction said, Vic, if you don't kick this don't come back. The guys from Red Bull, I was working for Red Bull as a merchandiser. Vic, you know what? We'll work with you, but come on, man. We can't give you much time. I mean, I may have to let you go. I was like, it's okay, bro. I understand, man. I thank you for always helping me and understanding. I just have to do this. So it's a goodbye to you guys, but I love you guys, man. Thank you guys for always supporting me. I'll be back with the championship. All right, Vic. So I go, boom. Next, you know, ladies and gentlemen, 1,000 around the world. And I'm just like, here we go. The guy was 27-0, 21 knockouts, undefeated, pound for pound behind Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was in the crowd with 50 Cent. I just remember, I'm like, oh, there's 50. That's cool. I was like,
before the fight, you saw that?
Yeah, I saw it right there ringside. And I was like, I looked at Floyd and I was like, all right, you're next.
Yeah.
So then I looked at, you know, my homework ahead. We shake hands and I just go, all right, let's get it, champ. So we go back to our corners, boom, boom. I dropped him once, boom, boom. Right when it opened, they counted a slip. And I come in again, pop, pop. I dropped him again, and I go, count that one, ref. So now they're just like, oh. And then he's looking at his corner. I go, hey, don't look at your corner. I ain't going to help you. I'm right here. So next thing you know, after 12 rounds of war, he dropped me nasty in the 6th round. But, man, Andre Berto, no joke, man. Yeah. So he came in, dropped me, bro. The new champion of the world, right? So then we fast forward to all this craziness. I now have my younger brother in college at the time. I raised my brother. I adopted my brother. Exactly what happened to me, I adopted him. I've been through high school, college, everything. So my brother, he goes, hey, bro, there's this teacher, and he's just a big fan of yours, man. And he wants your autograph. Like, can you come through one day? I was like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. Ventura College, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'll be there for sure, bro. I walked in, dude. It's the teacher that didn't give me the time of day. And you know what I did? I go, oh, I'm not going to mention his name because I feel
yeah.
I go, whoa. Man, how are you? He goes, wow, the champ. I cannot believe the champ is here. And I looked at him and I go, yes, sir. Do you have any words of wisdom for my class today? I go, yeah, absolutely. I sure do. So I get up there. I go, you know, anyone in here, I know you guys have your ups, you have your downs. You'll rise, you'll fall. It's just part of life. I said, if you want an easy life, this isn't the life. No one's life is easy. We're going to have those when you hit the walls, but you have to get up, shake it off. It is what it is. But if I can tell you guys one thing today, is if a kid is ever in one of these seats and says, I have a dream I'm chasing, I need to make up a midterm, I need to do it earlier than supposed to be because I'm going to ace it. Because I'm going to go chase a dream this week and I'm going to be the champion of the world. And that person makes his own statistics. Just let him do it. He goes, he knew exactly who I was.
Yeah.
So I just go, it's a great pleasure to see you, Mr. So-and-so. Take care of yourself. He goes, champ. I was like, oh no, I'm just another guy trying to live, you know. So I shook his hand, I gave him a hug, signed autographs for everybody, took off. My brother says, what was that about? That was the first time him hearing that. And he goes, why'd you show up? I go, I don't know. I just, I'm not a bad guy. I just, he made a simple mistake. It's okay. We all do. We slip and we fall. We get up. I said, why have to put somebody down or hate somebody because of something that they didn't believe in? I said, it's everyone's different, bro. So I let it go, man. And that was one of those burn moments for sure, That was a super burn moment, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, think about how many lives you changed in the crowd probably from that day.
Absolutely.
In the classroom.
Absolutely. You changed his life too. He probably never did that again.
I highly doubt it. I really hope not. It's like, Mr. So-and-so, can I get a midterm? He's like, yeah, right now. Let's do it right now.
Exactly.
He pulls out, bam. No, I need some more time. No, we can do it right now.
But I can't tell you, like, whenever you start something, you're chasing something, no one wants to be with you from the start.
No.
They all want to come to you at the end.
It's the truth. So that particular fight, I love my brother, Andre Berto, man. He gave me an opportunity of a lifetime. To fight for the dispute for the championship of the world and do some big, great things. It's amazing. Because of him, it was possible for me. But before that, in training camp, nobody would show up to my camps. I by myself, killing it every day. 3:30 in the morning, I'm out doing my miles. 4 in the morning, putting in my work, this and that. Nobody would invite me to parties or to hang out. Let's chill. None of that. Next thing you know, like you said, Victor Ortiz, the name grew, and then all of a sudden, bro, we should need to hang out, man. I'm just like, yeah, sure. There's a few names after we're done I'm gonna share with you. Yeah. I was like, are you serious? Here's my phone. It is interesting though, but even so, I don't change who I am, and I think that's one thing where a lot of people are like, hey Vic, what's going on? I'm like, what's up, dude? How you doing?
And that's what people like. People like the genuine people out there and being nice to people. I can't tell you how many celebrities out there are just like, no photos.
Oh, bro,
I don't even want to talk to you.
It's been so many, man. I've seen a few where I'm like, oh, dude, you're so-and-so. That's so cool. They're just like, and then I'm like, Victor, bro, Ortiz. Oh, what's up, man? I'm like, what's up, dude? Who's what's up is louder now,
Exactly. But you went through many burn moments before your fight with Andre Berto.
Oh, bro, so many, man.
And the burn moment whenever you fought Lamont Peterson, you got the draw.
Dude,
whenever you won, you won the fight. You won. Let's be honest, you won the fight.
You know what's interesting though? I don't even dispute that because I love Lamont too, bro. We're on Team USA together. And no joke, before the fight, I did amazing. I dropped him 3 times or whatever, 4. And I had tightened my gloves up too tight, so I couldn't actually feel my hands. So I felt like Ricky Bobby, can't feel my hands. Many years later, I can't feel my hands. Yeah, but I say that because it just didn't feel right. But I thought we did enough to pull off the victory, but it is what it is. I'm not a judge. There are some biased judges though sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's just the boxing game if you really look at it, So I don't even bother on trying.
But you probably learned something in that blessing disguise right there with the draw.
Oh yeah, bro, absolutely, man. Because if you look at my whole record, I've had war after war after war. I'm talking ripped open eyes, broken nose, broken jaw. My head's been cracked open so many times. You could probably call me a crackhead. I'm just kidding. No, but my hands, bro, look at they don't straighten no more.
Wow.
And then right here,
is that a scar?
Yeah, reconstructed. That was a straight left. Put the guy down, but broke all my stuff. And then I have two screws right there, and then this one. Right here, completely shattered, and then this one. So, it's part of.
So you want to be a fighter?
So you're telling me.
You want to be a fighter?